Okay, when you pick up your GPS, make sure the number on the GPS and the battery bag are the same. You are gonna sign your names out here, write the date, take it with you, and then when you come back at the end of class, make sure these are in the right place and check on the return box. So I've got my GPS and I'm outside. The first thing I need to do is figure out what all the buttons are. On the right hand side towards the bottom here, you have the power button, and then above there you have the page button. On the opposite side, you have the scroll buttons up and down, and you have the enter button on the bottom left. So I'm going to go ahead and press the bottom right button. The screen will turn on. It's telling me my batteries are low, so if I want to switch my batteries out, I just twist the thing on the back here to change them out. And right now it's tracking satellites. Remember, it'll only do this if outside. So when your device has picked up satellites, you'll have this screen that says ready to navigate, and it'll give you an accuracy of, well, mine's got 20 feet right now. What that means is that it will get me within around 20 feet plus or minus of a destination that I'm trying to go to. So I'm now ready to enter the data in that I want to, where I want to go to. I'm going to press the page button on the top right hand side here, and initially it'll give me a map reading. It'll tell me the compass is ready to navigate. It'll tell me how fast I'm going, where I've been. And the page I want right now is menu. And to go anywhere on here, I'm going to have to enter a waypoint, which is the second one right now, and it's highlighted. If I wanted to highlight something else, I wanted to mark something or move any through, I use the scroll buttons on the top left and right here. But for right now, I'm actually going to mark a new waypoint. Now, what this has done, it has marked the coordinates of exactly where I am right now. And it's called it number 74 because that's probably the first open number. If I'm happy saving it as number 74, I would press enter to say okay. If I want to change it, I scroll up and I can highlight it, and I can change using the scroll buttons to, say I want to do a B instead. And once I'm happy with that, I'm going to call it B74 now. That's okay. And click on OK. That's now saved. If I want to change the coordinates that are entered, so right now, a waypoint at 74, I want to change it to something else. I scroll down and I highlight the coordinates on the bottom here. I press enter. And for the most part, you're only going to be changing probably the last 3 digits. So I'm going to use the arrows to scroll through and highlight the numbers I want to change. When I get to a number I want to change, I press the bottom left enter button and a drop down menu appears. I change it to the number I want, press enter, and it will automatically move across to the next number. Press enter, and so on. When I'm finished making all of my changes, let's make one more change here. The OK button will be highlighted, press enter, and always double check, because it's really easy to put one wrong number in and you will not be going in the right direction. So I've got a few, let's say I've got a few waypoints loaded in there and I want to go to them. I'm going to scroll down to my waypoint menu here, and you can see there the waypoint I just created, B74, is located under the A to D column because it begins with the letter B. If I scroll up, I have some other ones here that other people have entered. So I'm gonna go ahead and select number 1 here. Now it's telling me that waypoint number 1, it's got the coordinates down there, and it's asking me if I would like to go to it. If I click enter to go to it, the bottom left hand button here, it's telling me it is approximately 0.13 miles away, so just over 1/10 of a mile. And it's telling me, the arrow is pointing which direction we're going to go in. So I'm going to start walking now, and you'll notice the arrow might switch on me because I've just suddenly started moving. So this will always show you the direction as the crow flies. So you can see the distance has gone up to 0.14, so I was moving away instead of towards. So I'm going to walk a little bit closer now. Right now I'm down to 15 feet. Now if you remember when we turned the GPS on, it had an accuracy of 20 feet. Once you get within about 20 feet of the place you're trying to find, then that's where you start looking. Either you're looking for information, you might be looking for something that is hidden, but then you start searching. The other thing you have on the menu, if you look at the bottom here, you always have the time, the date, and a little battery meter as well, so you can see how much juice you have left in your batteries. Never leave without batteries, because if you get stuck somewhere and your GPS runs out, you will have no way to navigate back to where you are going.